Honest Geometry, last 8-5 video, we're going to do 2 word problems involving law of signs. So it says the right fielder fields a softball between the first base and second base as shown in the figure. All right. If the right fielder throws the ball to second base, how far does she throw the ball? Round answers to 1 decimal. So this is the right fielder. If she throws that ball to second base, that's my unknown. Okay. So now we're going to take a look at how do we find that unknown? Well, we know this side is 60 feet. Well, first of all, we know 40 degrees, right? So we can use 40 degrees in x, okay? But we need to know this angle because we'd have to know 60 feet in that angle, right? Well, this is the angle side angle case, so it is law of sines. We can find this angle here by right field by taking the 2 angles we know and subtracting from 180. Right, so 180 minus 108, that's 72 degrees. So this angle right there is 72 degrees. And now we can use the law of sines to find x. We know sine of 72 now over its side, which is 60. We know the 40-degree angle, and that's opposite of the unknown side. We want to find x. Cross multiply x sine of 72 degrees equals 60 sine of 40 degrees. And divide by the sine of 72 degrees, divide by the sine of 72 degrees. This is how we're going to find x. 60 sine of 40 divided by the sine of 72. And for time's sake, I'm just going to do it in my calculator. So 60 sine of 40. In my calculator, it does open up parentheses for me when I press the sine, cosine, and tangent button, so be aware. Divided by the sine of 72. And I got x to be 40.55. It says 1 decimal. That 5 makes that 5 a 6, so 40.6, and that would be in feet, right? So notice here, 40.6 feet. When you type it into Edulastic, 40.6, this second box is for units. Feet actually is there twice, F-E-E-T and then F-T, so whichever one you choose will still work. Okay, next. It says a zip line is constructed over a ravine as shown in the diagram below. What is the horizontal distance from the bottom of the ladder to the platform where the zip line ends? Round your answer to the nearest tenth of a foot. So it tells you what you're looking for. You're looking for x here. So in order to do this problem, if this is my x, I need this angle right here. But check out the situation here. Side, side, angle. This is the side angle case. And you have to use this, right, to find an angle. And the only angle you can find is this angle right here because it's going to be opposite of 60. The 50-degree angle is opposite of 250. So you have to do 2, count them, 2 law of sines problems in this problem first. So it's not like the last problem where we were given 2 angles. We could find the 3rd angle we needed first. We have to use the law of sines to find this angle first. So let's call this angle, let's call it y. So we're going to use the sine of 50 degrees over 250 equals the sine of y over 60. We need to find this y first. Cross multiply. 250 sine of y equals 60 sine of 50. Divide by 250. Sine of y equals 60 sine of 50 over 250. And now to get y free, we have to use the inverse sine. Inverse sine of 60 sine of 50 divided by 250. And again, for time's sake, I am going to just type this out in my calculator. So inverse sine of 60 sine of 50 degrees divided by 250. And I got an angle measure of 10.594. Let's just make it 10.59. And that's going to be this angle right here, 10.59 degrees. And now we can use this angle and this angle to find the missing angle I needed to find. So 180 minus 50 minus 10.59. And when I do that, I get 119.41. And again, I'm not rounding so close because it is early on. This angle is 119.41 degrees. And now again, I'm going to use 50 and 250, the 50 degrees and the 250. But now I can use the 119.41 degrees and x that I want to find. sine of 50 degrees over 250 equals sine of 119.41 over x. We're going to cross multiply x sine of 50 degrees equals 250 sine of 119.41 degrees. We're going to divide both sides by the sine of 50 degrees. That gets my x all by itself, and here's what I'm going to type out in my calculator. 250, so this box right here. 250 sine of 119.41 divided by the sine of 50. And I get something like 284.29. It says in the nearest tenth, so that 9 makes that 2 become a 3. 284.3, and that would be in feet. Okay, so I'll come over here. So I go 284.3, and then again, you got to find feet. And again, you can use FEET or the FT button. There we go. Okay, so just a couple word problems. Again, I don't think you see one like this per se, but I wanted to show you it in case you ever saw it before, that if you need to find a certain angle, you might have to use the law of sines twice, unfortunately, here. Okay, great work. Good luck on all of your 8-5 homework. Hopefully it goes well.